everybody, AlienXD here. Today, we'll be doing a video on or beginner's guide on how to make a great Subnautica base. Now I'm in creative mode, but what I'd suggest doing is just gathering as much of this metal salvage, as much of it, harvest as much of it as possible. Any limestone chunks, break them. They give you titanium, copper, and I think they can give you some health. You're also going to need some batteries for a habitat builder. Now, a habitat builder is going to be a little bit harder to get, but now I'm going to. Now, what you want to do to find a perfect base location is you don't want it too close to the main life path. You don't want it towards the aurora. You want it probably, I would say, opposite of the aurora. Now you're gonna want it to a material-filled place. Now this is a beginner's guide, so I'm not talking about building a base in the Lost River or the Lava Zone. Most pros do. I'm going to use a base. But I'd suggest like a base like this, but not too deep. So I'd suggest about like. It's a good spot that I just found. Kelp forest over there, and there's a thing up there, and it's about 200 meters away from the main base. Now what you're gonna want to do, you want to get a foundation. That's going to cost you 2 lead and 2 titanium. Might be a little bit hard to get, but now I have power immediately, but you guys aren't gonna know what you should do. I'll build a compartment, a hatch. I'd personally suggest to have a hatch over here. You have one over here. Now you're gonna notice when you go in, there's not gonna be oxygen. I'm in creative mode, so yeah. But you're gonna want to pull out solar panels. Now they're decently expensive, but still, because it will have you power during the day, but not during the night. And during the night, I would suggest to leave your base and go explore. You're gonna need oxygen. You should get an oxygen pump. That should give you oxygen. You wanna go in your base?
Welcome aboard,
No,
Captain.
I'm not going to go in there right now, but I would personally suggest getting this. And you can. I'm not going to do the multi-purpose room because at the time you are at, I'm assuming you do not have that. And have not scanned that. So I'll do a video on how to get that later. I'd suggest having kind of a base layout like this, so that you'll be able to extend this later. But I'm not going to do that. I'm making good basic base. Now what you're going to want to do is you should try and get a fabricator in here. Radio. Well, radio's not really needed. It's nice to have though.
Land pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19.
Nope.
The captain is
I would
gone.
suggest having.
I have
Now
assumed
you
command.
can do
The
lockers.
last
They
thing the
are
captain
better
did was give me
than.
coordinates for dry land. We regrouped
Then,
1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stating
To make, but
Rendezvous
if you do
coordinates
have a lot of
corrupted.
quartz,
Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal
just
location
have lockers
uploaded to
because
PDA.
they are decently large, and this is a space that you get with them. But most of the time, you're only gonna have 1 or 2, so you can have lockers, hold a decent amount. Now, be perfect. And you would be set. Be hard to get, so you can put that in there. But I'd suggest having a. Actually, yes, I would suggest having a. Oh, forgot that you need a multi-purpose room to do that. But if you have a battery, if you have unlocked battery charger or the power cell charger, put that in there as soon as possible. But since we're doing a first bake machines or coffee vending machines will be good to have, even if you haven't unlocked them, don't put them in. But if you do have them, they are really good, and I would suggest adding them to your base. But this is just going to be a room, an area where you can fill up with lockers, and then stuff like that. Now, you're going to want to make sure you have the perfect spot. Now, I will scan. I don't think you do. But I'd suggest having one of those so you can get rid of anything you don't need. Now, decoration. Is nice to have, having it to be productive in your world. But it's nice to have the occasional like window right there. It's always nice to have the window. But or a bed. But I'm not talking about that right now. I'll do a video on how to do stuff in the overall later. But I would say as many lockers as you possibly can. Fill up place with storage. Now, during the beginning, I do for sure recommend that you do add organization. So, this would be my titanium locker. Or this would be my minerals locker. Stuff like that. Now, once you do unlock the modification station, you'll need that. But I'm talking about a beginner's guide to bases. Now, just if you have, once you do unlock the indoor grow bed, I'm assuming you do not have that. Now, the bigger the base, the more solar panels you will need. Now, having, like I said, having windows, it's nice, but they're not needed. Now, what you can do is go like that, and I don't think that you can add ladders, but, oh, you can. Okay, but I would recommend adding something like that. It's always nice to have, oh yeah. It's always nice to have a second story once you run out of room. And then you can add, like, what? Some more lockers up here. There is not much that is really good. I know that you're not going to have that, but once you do get bigger. Now, if you guys want me to do a more advanced version on how to make a good base, I will do that, because this is just trying to make a good starter base, just to get you going. Just fill up this place with supplies. Now you should try and make the medical fabricator, because all you need for it is sorry if you hear noise in the background. All you need is a computer chip, fiber mesh, silver ore, and one titanium. Silver ore, pretty easy to make. So is fiber mesh and titanium. Computer chip, decently annoying, but it's not too hard. 2 table coral. Gold, kind of hard to get, and the copper wire is annoying, but pretty easy to get. Now, what I would suggest doing is harvesting everything you see. You're going to want acid mushrooms, limestone outcrops, but what you're not going to need is creature eggs. If you see them, don't pick them up. There's no point in making them yet, or getting them yet. But what you're going to want to do after that is put all this stuff in this tons of storage, but you implement it. Now if you do want to, go ahead and add yourself like a chair, just to feel set them. Now, lockers, a wall locker costs 2 titanium to make, but it'll help you. Now, what you want to do, I would suggest doing at least, is every single day in Subnautica, or in real life, I would suggest, for example, dumping flashlight, all your stuff that you don't actually need. I'm just gonna dump everything in there, but then you'll I don't think you'll need that. Keep your Sea Glide, your knife, and your scanner. I don't have one on me. And then what you're gonna want to do is go explore and pick up all the metal salvage you find. Every single bit of metal salvage bring. It will help you get more titanium, which is very, very useful for the what is it called, for bases, foundation, titanium and lead, compartment, titanium, compartment, titanium is everything that you're gonna need. And this will just be your base. Now, once you actually build your base, you gotta remember that if you were to die, you would spawn here. But I'd suggest after making your base, it's moving all your stuff ASAP. And you're gonna want to go check in on your life pod every once in a while, and grabbing your med kit. Now, med kits spawn every 30 minutes, but yeah. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe. But comment down below what you want next on this Subnautica tutorial video, on the Subnautica tutorial series. And also, one last thing, you will find lots of, should find a decent amount of metals salvage by stalkers, and then you just follow them until they drop it. Now, most of the time, stalkers aren't too dangerous unless you're just swimming around. If you're following them, they shouldn't be too dangerous. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like, subscribe, go check out my Twitch channel, and join the Discord. All that stuff will be linked down in the description down below. Comment what you want for the next tutorial. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is Manila XD. You have a great day. Good.